Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone going today? It's been a while since I've seen everyone, yeah? Let me turn the music on first. Oh my god, my throat is killing me. Hello. My goodness. 3:35. Right, why are you still on? Why are you still on? It's 3:35 a.m. 3:35. Let me turn music on. 3:35 isn't a very good time to be up. Wow, what a rare time to stream. Well, I wanted to stream, but since like actually I'm trying to say like multiple things at one time, but basically I started a new job last week, and so it kind of coincides with one of my quote-unquote streaming days, right, which is Wednesday. And basically at that time I'm usually working, and I want to kind of keep to that at least 2 times a week schedule of streaming. So then I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just have to do it late at night. I mean, but I kind of had to mix it around because late night is usually when I do most of my work. Yeah. I'm actually more productive in the mornings, but I usually have stuff to do in the mornings, so yeah. So I decided to kind of hybrid it. I actually don't think I'm gonna get that much work done today, but you know, we can try. And also, exciting news, I got a new microphone. Whoa! I finally got a new microphone. It just arrived today, and I remember I got the email being like, oh, your package has arrived. And I was like, yeah. But I was at work, so I was like, I was very, very excitedly waiting for when I would go home so I could open up my new microphone. Open up my new microphone. And yeah, I don't know if it sounds different or whatever, but at least now we won't get those fuzzy mic breaks, hopefully. It's more crispy. Great stream before I sleep. Yes, this is just mainly going to be like super chill. You know, don't feel any obligation to chat if you don't want to. And yeah, just chill. And I don't know, go to sleep to the jazzy music in the background. I've been on a jazz kick lately, actually. You're being too consistent on streaming too. Yes, I'm making an effort. I am making an effort. One of the goals I wanted to I guess cover, or like one of the goals I want to reach was to be more consistent with streaming. This year when I started streaming, I was like, you know what, if I'm going to stream, I might as well do it consistently, because I don't know, I'm a very, you know, go big or go home. So this is my go big. It's not very it's not a very big goal though, to stream twice a week, but that is my goal that I think is pretty achievable. So yes. Is this your real voice? I mean, like, both of them are my real voices. It depends on context. To be honest, it's very, very weird to look like this right now in this context. I don't know, like, I usually talk in a lower voice like this when I'm trying to be more professional, I guess. Like, I don't know if you guys do this as well, but whenever I'm in a professional setting, or like whenever I'm doing a speech, my voice just drops like 3 octaves. Is this so emo? Yeah, I drew this model. I mean, I made this model during, I wouldn't say my emo phase, but there were dregs of the emo aesthetic kind of creeping in. It's very not my aesthetic right now, but yeah. Hey Aelis, I'm getting a fursuit of what animal? What animal? What animal is it? It's a very good avatar. I want to make another. I I want to make... I really... Ever since I got the brainworms to do a literal granny VTuber model, oh, it's just been living rent-free in my head for so long. It's been living rent-free. Pretty rent-free, yes. I really want to do it, but I need to wait until I have more time so I can draw. Because I have no time to draw now. Right now, these days, I'm usually either like working or like doing uni stuff or streaming or reading. I don't even have time to like play a lot of games nowadays. So yeah, I'm waiting for a time where I have more time. I would love to see your emo phase. Oh, please. My emo phase was so... Oh, I don't even want to think about it. The emo phase was just... It's a year that I would like to erase from my brain entirely, basically. I like to pretend that year didn't exist at all. Cerberus, the Fortnite one? I'm not familiar with that one. I have never played Fortnite before, so I'm not too familiar with that. I visualize that I'm getting head pats. Oh yeah, nade. Head pat. I don't actually have any hands on this model though, so whether or not I can head pat you is questionable, but you know, I can use those back scratchy things. You know those back scratches that are shaped as hands? I'll just grab that and pat you because I don't have hands. I don't have hands on this model. I enjoyed the Hades stream. I'm really happy you enjoyed it. I really like playing Hades. I really like playing Hades. And I also realized that my productive music depends mostly on like what games I'm playing. So I remember when I was going through my Hades phase, when I was studying and doing productive stuff, the only thing I'd listen to was the Hades soundtrack, and it stressed me out a lot as well. Because I was like, I'm imagining I'm like killing things and like it was so fun though. You know, similar to how like when I was in my Hogwarts Legacy phase, all my study music, quote unquote, was all Hogwarts Legends, Hogwarts Legacy soundtracks, or like Harry Potter ambience music. Or like when I was in my Stardew phase, I would literally only listen to Stardews. Yeah, but now I'm not really in a video game phase per se, so I guess that's why I'm settling for jazz. Hi Aelis, attempt number, what is this? For like being productive? I mean, technically I haven't even tried once. I have like I try to be productive document open with my to-do list, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get at least one thing done. I think one thing is doable. Smooth jazz for yourself. I love jazz. I have a newfound appreciation of jazz. Yeah. It feels very weird to be streaming at this time actually, even though I used to always stream at this time. This used to be my regular streaming time. I used to never stream during the day, only at nighttime, which actually is probably more productive for me because I get really distracted at nighttime. So if I was to do streaming at nighttime, I could be productive during the day, but I also don't want to disturb anyone else in my house, so yes. We'll settle for beak pecking. Peck. That doesn't sound very soothing. It sounds very painful. sounds quite painful, actually. Late night Aelis, I see. Oh, hello, Smile. How are you? It's been a while. How are you? I just asked you that twice in like 2 seconds. I blame my memory for that. Yes. And also, oh, okay, I'm distracting myself now, but today I was at work and I got the most insane brainworms, and I ended up, don't tell my boss, I ended up during work time writing out like VTuber lore, like mine. I just had this idea and I was like, whoa, and I was writing and I typed up this whole like 1.5 page story. Like 1.5 page story of like not really dot points, but like rough, just I don't know, story points, I guess. And I was like, dang. I love being productive when I'm not meant to be productive. Interview well. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. VTuber lore drop. I feel like VTuber lore, I don't know, like I'm not sure what a good way to drop it in is what a good way to present it as, I guess, is, because I feel like the most obvious way would be video, but yeah, that will probably take a while to make for several reasons, mostly because I'm a bit lazy. Yeah, I'm a bit lazy, and I cannot be bothered doing it. But maybe one day, 10 years in the future, wow, Aelis's lore finally drops. Woohoo! Not doing work while at work. Something very relatable, no? I feel like that's so relatable. Give a preview why you're a cookie bird. I mean, like, I was born a kookaburra bird, so... Anyways, I'm gonna sleep. Alright, good night, Presvel. I hope you have a nice sleep. I almost said nap, but I realize you're probably going to sleep for real. Good night, good night. I hope you have a nice sleep. Okay, let me see. Let me check my to-do list. My goal for this stream is to do maybe like one thing. What's an easy thing to do? I'll do the easier things that don't take as much brain power on stream. Alrighty. Also, keep distracting me. I have a confession to make, and that is I'm usually the person. Oh, I'm usually the bird, actually, because I'm not a person, but I'm usually a bird. The bird who is the distractor. Whenever we have group study dates, I am the distractor. I am the distractor 100% of the time. It's so ironic because, like, back in the day when I was a young bird, that was the opposite. But I think, like, sometime through high school, it just did a 180, and suddenly I was the loud one who was just like, could not keep their mouth shut. I remember the first time I got this. So I was in class with one of my friends, and she was like the one that was typically like, she talks a lot, she's very outgoing, that kind of stuff, right? And there was just 2 of us in that one class, oh, out of all my friends, and obviously other people, right? And I remember the first time I ever got told off for talking too much in class, that friend, she was like, ha! She was like, aha! Oh my god, you got told off for being loud for the first time, oh my god. Yeah, and then I don't think that chattiness ever went away. It just kind of stuck forever. It was like, you're not partying with me anymore. Oh, hi. Hi, Aoi. I said, hi. Hello. Younger Aelis be like, goodness, I got chatty. It wasn't even like over time, the thing. It's so weird because it wasn't just like a gradual change of like I'm just gonna get more chatty. It was just like one day I woke up and I decided that I was going to be an extrovert. Not really an extrovert, but just be more chatty. I will say though that I think I'm very good at acting as an extrovert, because I feel like a lot of people, when they first meet me, they think I'm an extrovert, even though I really am not. I really am not extroverted. Oh, I should do the MBTI quiz sometime on stream. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, that'll be a quiz. Let's do quizzes together. I'm like, find out more about Aelis through quizzes. It'll just be like the most unhinged and irrelevant quizzes, like which donut flavor are you? I like cinnamon donuts though. I would say those are my favorite donuts. Although I would say I'm not much of a donut bird. I am more of a ice cream bird, yeah. I could eat my body weight in ice cream and probably not any other dessert. Ice cream, yes. Love ice cream. Oh, Aelis, the rebel distractor. I am. It's so bad. I used to be proud of myself for being like that friend that you could go on study dates with and you would actually get work done. And that just, yeah, never came back. Never came back. I think, when was it? It was like, maybe it was like year 10 or something. Year 10, year 9? Yeah, like mid high school. I was like, I'm going to be a distractor now. I'm going to be a distractor now. You can't stop me. And that's kind of how things went. I mean, like, I guess it's a good thing, because I think if I didn't talk as much, I wouldn't even have considered becoming a VTuber. It was one of the reasons why I wanted to become a VTuber or streamer such VTuber, is because I have too many words in my brain that I just want to blare. And I guess streaming is one way to blare it out. Because I'm not much of a texter, so I don't tend to text people via, like, I'm really bad at texting people. Just because I don't know, like, it just feels very like slow, and I guess my typing speed doesn't keep up with my brain. My mouth speed barely keeps up with my brain, so my typing speed definitely does not. Definitely does not. Yeah. And I'm glad, because it opened this world to me. Glad you can look back on those times fondly. I can, yeah. I think there's a lot of things. And recently, actually today during work time. Sorry, work. So I have a guilty. Okay, I think it's because right now, even though I just started the job, it's really bad. But right now, because it's a very chill time, and I'm doing a lot of like training, and it's like pretty unsupervised, so I spend a lot of the time just like half doing the training and half reading books on my phone. It's really bad. I don't recommend you do it. I don't condone it. Please focus on your work. I say yes, I don't. But I think like I didn't really do it in the first like week or so, but this week especially has just been so distractible for me. I don't know why. I just feel so distracted, I guess. And oh my goodness, what happened? I just disappeared. There I am. I was like, where did I go? What did I disappear off to? But yeah, so I've been reading this, and I read this book today. It's called The Midnight Library, and it kind of explores like regrets in life and stuff. And I guess that kind of reminded me of like what you said, Swifty, because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of regrets, me included, of course. But I think, I don't know, I feel like I can deal with those regrets, or at least I don't think about it that often. Because I think when things have passed and you can't do anything about it, there's no point like spending too much time thinking about it. So then I kind of focus on things. I'm like, aha, I remember when I did this in the past, haha. Like, I remember when I did this in the past. This is something I used to enjoy, even if I didn't like my past self. Like, I try and focus on the things I enjoyed and don't regret. So many built-up thoughts that need speaking. Yeah. I don't really have much of a like a brain to mouth filter. I think, and then I just talk, which is really ironic because when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I can't believe people have. I used to be a snob. I used to be like, I can't believe people don't have a filter between their mouth and their brain. And then that's what I became. That's what I became. So I'm such a hypocrite. I am such a hypocrite. I got a lot of regrets in high school, college times. Yeah, I think high school, college is kind of, because I feel like at that time there's a lot of like really major decisions that you need to make, and at that time you don't have enough experience and you don't have enough, you know, knowledge of the world or whatever to really make a well-rounded decision, if you will. Oh, hi Gab, how are you? What again today? We are trying to be productive. I say trying because I'm distracting myself and everyone else from doing whatever they need to. Because I'm a distractor. I'm the distracting student in class who distracts everyone. Actually, that's a lie. I'm only a distractor when it's like my friends and I only. Snob, Aelis, I cannot see it. I was a snob to myself. I wasn't a snob to other people, only to myself. I was like, no way. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I thought, I was like, no way I will do that ever. But I ended up doing, so I have to eat my words a lot apparently. Do. Yes, so if any of you guys are readers by any chance or would like to get into reading and would like book recommendations, you've come to the right bird. You've come to the right bird. I absolutely love books. Although I will say, like, when I got when I got sucked, like hard sucked into the world of anime, I feel like it did like take a little time away from me reading, and I was just watching stuff instead or reading manga. So this is a Fobsia work stream. Also, yes, give Rex please. I need more audiobooks. Oh, we got a reader? Yes. Yes, it's meant to be a work stream. But to be honest, I didn't anticipate I would actually get much work done, but I will try and get a little bit of work done so I can still pretend that I'm being productive. In terms of recommendations, what type of genres do you usually enjoy? Because I find that I'm good for, I guess, fantasy, maybe like slightly more, not really philosophical, but like thought heavy books that explore like not really how people think, but I don't really know how to describe it, like that. Or I like historical fiction as well. God, I love books as well, and I've gotten into it, and it's really nice because all my friends, like my closest friends, they've also like gotten into reading, like, or gotten into reading recently as well. I feel like it was kind of influenced by Book Talk. I don't have Book Talk and I've never been on Book Talk, but I guess one good thing is that there's definitely a lot more people reading nowadays compared to like a couple years ago. Although the quality of the books are a bit questionable, but I'm glad that it's getting more people into reading. Workstream, get at least one task done. Yes, that is my goal. At least one thing. Had me at historical fiction. Also, still need to read Throne of. Oh, wait, Throne of Glass. Let me just. Oh, Throne of Glass. How shall I explain my thoughts of, you know, Throne of Glass? I read Throne of Glass many years ago. I personally didn't enjoy it that much. It's not really my type of genre, but it is 4 a.m. Gotta start the work shift. Here's a life imperative: do whatever you want when you're young. You will have no time opportunity to do it now. Oh, yeah, that is good advice, Swifty. But I hope you enjoy your work shift, and I hope it's pretty easy and not too difficult work. Work time, work shift, work time. Yes. Historical fiction. Accidentally muted myself. I was like, why can I not hear anything? But I accidentally muted myself, and that is why. Did I hear Throne of Glass? Throne of Glass. To be honest, I don't really remember much of Throne of Glass beyond... Oh, I remember one of the characters' name is like spelled C-H-A-O-L, and I thought for the longest time it was pronounced Chow. Like, I was talking to my friends because I got recommended Throne of Glass from some of my friends. And I was like, hey, you know, like Chow? And they're like, who? I was like, Chow, you know, dude. And they're like, you mean Kale? And I was like, why would you pronounce that as Kale? Like, why would you pronounce a ch sound as like a k sound? I was so confused. Yes, Kale. I thought it was pronounced Chow. Because that's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled. So I was like, surely it's Chow, right? It's not Chow, it's Kale. So, yeah. It is a interesting... I'm really bad at pronunciations though, to be fair. I find that the way I pronounce things tends to differ from a lot of other people, including a lot of my mates. And I always get a... what's the word? Roasted for it, yes. Like, I remember... I don't know if you guys have ever had aloe, like an aloe drink. Like aloe vera or aloe vera, however you like to call it. Because I remember this one time, many years ago, many years ago actually, my friends and I, we were talking about aloe vera drinks, and I was like, aloe vera, and they're like, what the fuck is aloe vera? And they're like, isn't it aloe vera? And I was like, why is it aloe vera? I say aloe vera, and they say aloe vera. I've never met another person outside of my family that says aloe vera, so I have a suspicion that aloe vera is probably not correct. Aloe vera, yeah. I say aloe vera because, you know, vera, very, it's kind of similar. I don't know where vera comes from. Why is it a V sound? I don't know. Aloe vera. I say aloe vera. I think most other people say aloe vera, but I've never called it aloe vera in my entire life. Suddenly the King's Guard sounds less menacing. Chow of the King's Guard. Took me a minute to remember who he... Yes, one of the male characters of Throne of Glass. Illyra? Aloe vera. Oh, that's kind of sound like Illyra. Illyra. Yeah, that's kind of sounding like it. But I say aloe vera, so... Just like how I say aether instead of ether for A-E-T-H-E-R. When I was in my Genshin phase, again, I got not really made fun of, but basically made fun of for saying ether instead of ether. And I was like, ether? Why is it ether? Like, why is it ether? Isn't it aether? Aether? You know, like Aelis? AE is A. Aelis? Aether? No? But apparently people say ether, and I'm like, ether? Aelis? Viva. To be fair, pronouncing aether is hard. Ether. I say ether. I'm going to stick to my guns. If there is one thing I am good at, that is being stubborn. But also another thing I'm good at is giving up. I get really stubborn at pointless things that don't really matter. Like, it could be things, it could be like, I don't know, what came first, chicken or the egg? And I will argue on my life. I will argue. Not that I really know which one came first, but like pointless stuff like that, I will like stick to my guns no matter what. But if it's something more serious, I'm kind of like, okay, I give up. And I feel like it should be the opposite way around, to be honest, but it is how I am, so I will take it. Itang. Stubborn, goofy Aelis. I am so stubborn. In the wrong places, I'm really stubborn. It's like the thing with cereal and milk. Cereal first. And also pineapple on pizza. No pineapple. This. No pineapple. Pineapple is delicious, but not on pizza. Pineapple... Have you guys ever had pineapple in burger? In a burger? Like in a... like a meat patty and like veggies and sauce and stuff? I think it's... I don't know. I think... Is it an Aussie thing? I think it might be an Aussie thing. We have like pineapple and beetroot and I think fried egg in our burgers sometimes. Usually it's not all three of them. It's just one or two of them. But beetroot in a burger is amazing. Like pickled beetroot in a burger is really good. I would highly recommend. Yeah, I don't mind pineapples in burgers. I think I'd only had it once, but I didn't remember hating it, so I'm going to assume that I'm not against it, because if I hated it, I probably would remember it. I probably would remember it. But I do not like pineapple in anything else that's savory. Actually, no. I feel like pineapple fried rice is... No, even then, I prefer not. It's okay. I'm not completely against it. And I won't pick it out like I would with pizza. But I don't think yeah, I would say I don't really prefer pineapple and fried rice, like pineapple fried rice. I know it's a very big thing. But I think I'm pretty indifferent to it, actually. Indifferent, but also prefer slightly not. Prefer it not to be there. Mummy Aelis. I'm not Mummy. I'm just Aelis. I'm just Ken. I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. I'm just Aelis. I'm not a mummy. I'm not wrapped up in bandages like that. I'm not wrapped up in bandages, so I'm not a mummy. I would like to not be wrapped up in bandages, thank you. My throat. Late night Aelis. Yes, late night Aelis. I feel like at nighttime I feel like I'm a bit more mellow. I know. I think it either goes two ways. I'm either more crazy or just like really mellow and just like, you know that turtle in Finding Nemo? I'm like, yes, dude, what's up? Maybe not quite like that, but the vibe of that, I think at nighttime, more common. I think in the daytime, I'm a bit more balanced. But like at nighttime, I'm either extreme, just like chill, yeah, or like really crazy. Crazy, not too much, unless I'm like drinking alcohol or something. Unless I'm like drinking alcohol or something. Usually I'm like pretty chill at nighttime. And that's yeah, I think the only times where I'm like super crazy at nighttime is if I've been drinking. But that's not a nighttime thing, that's a drinking thing. Actually, I recently discovered that I don't think my stomach likes dairy with alcohol. Because I was trying to make the... what is it called again? It's like a Korean drink where you mix strawberry milk and Sprite, I think. It's like strawberry milk, Sprite, and like a bunch of fruit, right? And then my friends and I were trying to spike it, so we'll spike it with like vodka or whatever. And my stomach was like, no! And I got a stomachache. Like I literally had one tiny glass and my stomach was like, not like it. Not like it. お母さんじゃねえよ。お母さんじゃねえ。お母さんじゃない。Skipper? Crush? I don't remember his name at all. It's been a while since I've watched Finding Nemo. Also, Surfer Girl Aelis. Surfer Girl, like, hey, what's up? Wanna go on a surf with me? I could never though. Go surf. I actually really used to want to learn how to surf because it's like the concept of surfing is so cool, and surfing is very popular here in Australia. But yeah, I've never gotten the opportunity to go surfing. But to be honest, I'm not really a fan of the beach. I'm not a fan. No. I like the beach, but I don't like cleaning up after the beach. That's the problem. I hate like that salty, gritty, sandy feeling that you get when you have to go home after the beach. But I actually like being in the beach. Although I like making sandcastles and stuff more than I do swimming. Because I'm a kid. I'm immature like that. It's 4:11 a.m. here morning. Your voice might make me fall asleep though. You should be asleep, Draco, at that time. You should be asleep at 4 a.m. But can you swim? Yeah, yeah, I can swim. I think most people who grow up in Australia can swim because it's like mandatory to have swimming lessons in school from like primary, elementary school, since we have like so much water, beaches and everything. So most children who grow up in Australia can swim. Yeah, and I can swim. I believe the drink was called Watch It. Yeah, it was that drink. And then we were trying to spike it with vodka and stuff. And my stomach was like, don't drink anymore. And I was like, oh, my stomach hurts. So yeah, it was a night where I didn't get wasted. I guess it's just a good thing. But also like, my stomach was very, very, very much protesting against its treatment. And that day I discovered that, because later that night I also tried to drink Yakult soju. Because like I heard it's really good, right? But my stomach was like, dairy and alcohol, do not belong. Yeah. So then now it's like, now I know not to have alcohol and dairy together. Although usually when I drink alcohol I don't have dairy with it in typical drinks. Aussie beach is nice. The sea creatures can kill you there. Yeah, it can. But actually, to be honest, the thing that's more scary than sea creatures are rips. They're like currents that can pull you out to sea. They're way more dangerous than sea creatures. And in school, we always had to, like, we had surf lifesavers, which is like the kind of like lifesavers. They basically came to our schools and had a presentation being like, oh, you know, this is how you identify a rip, and if you're caught in a rip you should do this, this and this to get out, and you know, blah 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 blah. Like Australia takes its like beach safety very, very seriously because there are a lot of people who drown in Australia every year. So Yakult soju is pretty fun once in a while. I think like it tasted nice on my tongue, but when it entered my stomach it was like, rebel. Tonight is revolution night. So yeah, I don't think I will be doing that anytime soon. You started working, right? And how's it going? Well, I've been reading while I'm working, so don't do that. I don't recommend doing that, but it's just I've been really like into books right now, and I'm like really into books at the moment. So, yeah, I may or may not have been reading at work. And I finished 2 books today. One I would say a book, and then one is like a short story. Yeah, they're both alright. I'm yet to find like a very extremely like life-changing 5 out of 5 book. I'm yet to find that yet. So I am on my search. I have a lot of books I like, and I have a lot of books that I would kind of consider 5-star, but only because it's very sentimental, I guess. Aelis discovering her body's hard limit of alcohol. It wasn't even a hard limit. It was just like alcohol plus dairy. My body was like, not today, man, not today. Because I've definitely drunk a lot more. Like, it was literally my first drink. My first drink was the huache with like the vodka, I think. And my body was like, nah. Like, nah, out. No. Like, not at all. Does that mean you're lactose? I'm not lactose intolerant though. That's the thing. It's so weird. Because like, it's so weird because all of my friends who are like semi-lactose, like not really lactose intolerant to the point where they need to like throw up or like have explosive diarrhea or something, but like they're mildly intolerant to it and they're all fine, but it's just me. But I'm not lactose intolerant. Like, I can drink milk and eat ice cream and all that without any consequence. But when it comes to alcohol, apparently I shouldn't mix the two together. I don't know. It's very, very, very weird. We have plenty of drownings and a surprise amount of shark attacks. Yeah, shark attacks. Although I feel like, yeah, shark attacks. Shark attacks are... I feel like they're not trying to be aggressive though, you know, sharks. They probably just think we're food or something. I heard that humans don't make very good food for sharks though, because we're too bony or something. Too bony. That would mean birds are even less, what's the word? Appetizable? Not appetizable. Delicious looking, let's just say. I don't know the word. I've been told that when you do well in work, management going to reward you with more work. I mean, yeah. To be fair, like, right now this role is kind of like what I'd consider a bridge role, where it's like, it's kind of similar to what I want to do in the end, but it's not quite there because I haven't received my full qualification for what I'm working towards. But this is kind of like 1 foot in the qualification door and 1 foot out. So it's kind of like a bridge job. So obviously I do want to do well in that job, but like I'm kind of like, you know, it's fine, it's chill, you know, you gotta live life, don't take it too seriously, enjoy yourself. Although I don't recommend slacking off during work. I didn't say that, by the way. I didn't say it. I don't condone it. Oh, hi Dungeon. Hello. How are you? It's usually when they're desperately hungry. Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, it's, you know, one thing that's probably contributing is like overfishing. It's probably a contributing factor. Who knows? It's interesting. I guess alcohol and dairy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was just that one time, because I've had like alcohol and cheese before, like alcohol, cheese and crackers before, and I had no issue, at least not that I remember. But like that day, it was just, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like it didn't, like when it hit my tongue, I was like, oh, it tastes good. And then when I swallowed it, my stomach was like, I don't like this. It was very strange. Greetings, Aelis. Just stopping by to say hello, and you're looking surprisingly mature looking today. Thank you. And even though I'm new, hope you appreciate these words I have for you. Love you. Thank you so much. Love you guys too. And I do appreciate those words. Thank you. 47 minutes late, but it's fine. That's okay. There's no such thing as being late. You know, this is chill. We're just chilling. There is no one's going to yell at you for being quote unquote late. You know, I'm almost always late. Actually, I'd always take the, I always try and be as on time as possible. You know, not too early, not too late. That is my goal. But there is no deadline for us. It's nighttime and it's evening to you. Evening to you too. I hope you're doing well, Jeremy. Wasn't able to watch on Monday due to schedule. That's okay. Like, it's alright. It's so chill. Don't worry about it. Like, you have nothing to apologize for or feel sorry for or feel sad for or anything like that. You remember you want to slack off at work? Yeah, I was doing my best to look like I was very engaged in what I was looking at on my laptop screen while looking down at my phone on the side, reading my ebook. You know, I should actually just invest in audiobooks because a lot of people wear earphones, so it really would not look out of the place. But I really can't deal with audiobooks for some reason. I don't know why, but the voice always somehow puts me off. So yeah, I'll scream at myself instead. No, don't scream at yourself. Do not scream at yourself. I actually had this really, you know, it's so funny because I have all these good thoughts, like these good ideas while I'm at work. So after the first day, and I had a bunch of good ideas, but I didn't have anything to write down on. I started keeping like a document open, like a window document open, a Microsoft doc open, so I could literally write down any ideas or anything like I had to do, or just, and then I always fill up like 2 A4 pages full of like just random thoughts I have throughout the day that I want to remember or that I need to do. So honestly, I would highly recommend doing that if, I guess, in any situation, just having a spare piece of paper or like a document or something that you can just type down random thoughts you have that you can like think about later or whatever. Anyway, I digress. I had this amazing idea. So do you guys know... I'm laughing at the idea because the idea is kind of stupid as well. I don't even know if I'm going to actually do it. I just thought it was really funny. But do you guys know this fanfiction called My Immortal? I think we might have discussed it at one point on stream. But it's a Harry Potter fanfiction that is very interestingly written. So I would highly recommend you read it if you want something to laugh at, by the way. And I was really thinking, what if I did like a challenge where I try and read My Immortal on stream, but every time I laugh, there's a punishment. And that punishment is like, I don't know, spicy noodles or something. I think this is because I was watching a spicy noodle stream like the day before, the night before, or something like that. Oh, hi, Pogchan. You came just at the perfect time. Audiobooks are a mixed bag of narrators. You can get voices that you love. Yeah. I just think I haven't I haven't encountered any narrators that I've fallen in love with their voices for. I was summoned, you were. I just need to mention My Immortal, and here you are. It's funnily enough, this is only the second time I've mentioned it on stream, and you were there the first time as well. Oh, how fascinating. But I was actually quite seriously considering that. Just like, but I don't... The thing is, like... I don't think I could even make it past the first chapter without having to finish the entire bowl of spicy noodles, because I know I'm just going to laugh. Imagine every time I smile, I have to eat it. I have to like take a shot every time I smile. Oh my god, I'm actually going to be dead by the end of the day. I'm actually going to be dead. "14 chapters, 24k words." I think it has more chapters than that, My Immortal. But to reading, yes, because there's nothing that cracks me up more than reading like really interestingly written smut scenes, and also just trashy writing that I don't know if that, like, I don't know if they're trying to be, I don't know if this person, when they wrote it, they were being serious or not. Like, I have no idea. have absolutely no idea. But like, I don't know if it just like it's so over the top that I'm like, surely it can't be serious. But then I'm like, but it doesn't really seem like a joke, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I'm not even going. Just thinking about my immortal already makes me laugh. So I don't know how reading it is going to go. The first time I ever read through it, I was dying on the floor by like a couple chapters in. Like my stomach hurts so much from laughing. Blackout drunk halfway through the first chapter, it will happen. I will either be breathing fire from how on fire my mouth is from spicy noodles, or I'll be blackout. So take it big. It was serious. I was there when it was written. Oh no. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I mean, it's kind of funny though, if it was seriously written. And the person is an internet sensation, if you will. Trashy fanfic, say hello to Super Smash Bros. Mihon from God. Is that a fanfiction name? Should I search it up? I'm a bit scared. The gothy one? Yes. It's very gothy, emo, pinnacle of online fanfiction, if you will. Or I was thinking either my immortal reading, or just like having you guys suggest things that you find funny. Probably like writing or like memes and stuff, and every time I laugh there's a butts game. I think it sounds fun. Mainly because I want to... It's been a while since I've had the spicy noodles. Like the spicy fire noodles. I think the first time I had it was, what, 2017, I think? Yeah, I think that's the first and only time I've ever had it. And I also had the spicy, like the double spicy. Even, I don't know why I had the double spicy when I couldn't even handle the regular spicy, but I died. That day I died, and I was revived through the power of lactose. Lactose is what revived me. So I don't know. I think my spice tolerance has probably improved from then. But I don't know. I kind of want to test it out. Or maybe because I'm a masochist and I like pain. Although I don't know, spicy pain is not really good pain. I don't like that pain. I do not like that pain. It's arguably the longest fanfic, but it's quite interesting. Something I probably wouldn't read about since it has a WW. Okay. It's intentionally. I see. So it might be. Is it something that could get me banned? Probably not, right? There's been worse things that have been said. Sweats nervously. Just checking if I found the right one, but it's interesting to say the least. If it's about a girl called Ebony. What's her name? Ebony. I don't remember her last name. It was like Ebony with her long black hair, which is what she was named after or something like that. I don't really remember. And with her fishnet stockings and black combat boots and black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, stuff like that. So it is the right one. I don't know if finding this was good or bad. It's good for entertainment and nothing else really. Whenever I feel like I need to laugh at something, I read it and I just laugh. I don't know why. It's funny, but I don't know why it's funny. I just read it and I just start cracking up. I'm not sure why. It's just thinking about it already makes me laugh. do do. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum. You know, I thought of it, but how screwed would your voice be if you did a spicy noodle karaoke? I would be coughing every like 2 seconds. I'd be like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Maybe that would be an, I don't know, I feel like that's a somewhat accurate interpretation of how it would go. You are king. You're a very sick king. Like, are you okay? Do you need to see the doctor? I get how it feels to be productive, but fails due to intrusive thoughts winning over your conscience. Except if it's something I like doing though. That's true, but I feel like it doesn't feel like you need to be productive when it's something you enjoy doing. Because I feel like it just feels like you're doing a hobby or whatever. I don't know. I think it just, I don't know, maybe you have to just like gaslight yourself into thinking you enjoy everything so you're productive. Maybe I should try doing that. Try gaslighting myself into like writing reports and essays and stuff. Yeah. Coughing aside, low-key, I do feel like spice does open up my throat to help singing. I feel like it opens up my sinuses. Like my nose feels very open. No, nose feels very open. Like I don't know. I feel like like when I don't know. This is a weird topic to be talking about. Not too much spice, or else your throat would dry up quickly. That's true. Or like your throat itches really a lot, and you have to like cough to like scratch it. Gaslight to like doing what? I will try to do that in the next week. Will it work? Definitely not. I have no doubt that it will not work, but you know, one can hope. One can hope. Gaslighting myself into writing a story. Ooh, are you a writer? I admire writers. Mainly because I can't write myself. Well, one of my close friends, she was writing a novel, and then she was like, "Can you proofread it for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And it is the most goriest, like, what? I was like, "What the?" When I read it, I was like, like, what? It was so gory. It was like gory, but not like, oh, blood splattered everywhere. It was basically like, concept of it, like in rough words, because obviously if she ends up ever publishing it, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but I guess basis of it is kind of like a cannibalistic society in a way, but it is in a way where the cannibalism, rather than like, I guess being for food, it's like a metaphor for like like a status in a way. Yeah, so basically that's kind of generally a very vague premise of what the novel was kind of written about. She hasn't finished it. She just kind of like wrote chapters, and she asked me to like sometimes proofread it, and I was like, oh my god, what the f are they doing? And she's like, oh yeah, I already toned it down a lot. And I was like, this is toned down, this is toned down. okay. Like, it was written really nicely in terms of like how language was used, everything like that. And the writing style was really nice, but I was just like, why the hell is this so gory? Why is there so much like blood and eating? Ugh, goodness. I was more surprised than anything else. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't be surprised because I feel like that's something that could be expected from my friend. If I know my friend well enough. I wish I was. I keep throwing ideas into docs and never work up the motivation. That is very relatable. Imagine being a writer. I'm only a fanfiction writer. Fanfiction is still fiction. There's a lot of fanfictions that are written really well. Like, written better than normal books. Like, there's a lot of them. And I admit guiltily that I am also a fanfiction writer. I haven't written in a while, but I used to write fanfiction. And then, so I used to write one. Oh gosh. This is fanfiction that I wrote like really long ago, like oh God, it was so long ago. And back then, I was very immature. God, I'm just thinking about how it was written. Like, I haven't really touched it in terms of editing it ever since it was published. But sometimes I go back and I read it and I'm like, oh my God, it's so bad. It is so bad. It's like, oh my God, it is terrible. But it's kind of funny. I read my old stuff and I cringe, but I also laugh because it's quite funny at how bad it was. Sounds like a fun book. Yeah, actually, it was like a really nice read, but I was just like, it just slapped me in the face with like the gore, and I was like, okay, all right, absolutely, just gotta sift through 10 times. Yeah, 100%. That's why I always sort by kudos, but sometimes some of the top kudos ones I find aren't written that well, and I'm not quite sure why they're so popular, to be honest. But most of the ones at the top are like written pretty well. I've also tried dabbling into the ASMR scripts and audio roleplay. Ooh! Hang. That's impressive. I feel like it's very hard to like make them sound very natural, ASMR scripts and like roleplay. You published it? Oh, I published all of the fanfiction. Oh, not all. I published like 2/3 of the fanfiction that I wrote. Some fanfictions I like wrote dot points, or like I started but I never finished, so I never published. But all of the fanfictions that I like completely finished writing, I published. Yes. Man, the days. It was oh my God. And sometimes, oh, it's so funny because sometimes, gosh, this is embarrassing. Sometimes I still get notifications occasionally when someone like reads my fanfiction and they like comment on it. And I'm like, and every time that happens, I go back and read my fanfiction one more time. And I'm like, interesting. How many have I, let me think, how many have I published? I think I've published 3. Three or 4, I think. I think I've published 3 or 4 fanfictions. Just trying to think about it. Think about it is so embarrassing. Can chat know your Alright, but you'll have to dig quite deep for that one. You'll have to dig quite deep, and I think it'll be extremely hard for you guys to find it, since you guys don't know what fandoms and what my username. My username is completely unrelated to like the ones I'm using now. No. You don't talk about it. You don't talk about it. Oh, it's so embarrassing, especially the first one is especially embarrassing. The ones after that I'm not that embarrassed about. I'm like, sometimes I read it and if I pretend that I'm not the one writing it, I'm like, oh, it's actually not that bad. It's a bit too, like, if I was to critique my own writing, and there's a lot of things to critique, number one thing that bugs me the most is that it's very description heavy, I think. And that's something I'm not quite sure how to like get out of, because I read a lot of books and I'm like, oh, I can just tell when this is written by someone who knows how to write and someone who doesn't. I'm not someone who knows how to write, by the way. Literally, it feels like you're role-playing with yourself in a more depressing manner. You're playing D&D with... No. Oh, that just sounds really sad. Can we get a hint? No. Like, no. Oh, I mean, the only hint I'll give you, because it doesn't really reveal anything, is that my username... Okay, I'll reveal 2 things. So, all the fanfictions I've ever written... Actually, I had a Wattpad phase once, but then I was like, I don't do Wattpad, so I just deleted my Wattpad account, so I'm not going to count those. But all the other fanfictions that I've written, they are on AO3, which is my first clue. And my second clue is that my username is, I guess, food related. Yeah, it's food related. Which doesn't really reveal anything, because I feel like half the population has food related usernames. My problem with writing was that I always started with no plot points or end goals in mind. Oh. So you were just kind of, I guess you were like writing because you wanted like an outlet to like, I guess, express your passions. Because I think some of my fanfictions, the ones I didn't publish, that is, kind of, I was like, I want to write something about this fandom because I really like it and I want to do something. So I like start typing, but I'm like, I have no plot points. I have no idea where this is even going to end. Like, what? So it's really hard to, I guess, come up with something when you're in that situation. Imagine your old username had XX. I don't know. I remember I had a previous username before my current one, but I don't remember what that one was because it was so long ago. I've had this current username for minimum like 6-7 years. Hint, 2 drops of water. Yeah, sorry guys, I can't let you know too much because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Oh my god, do not speak of Wattpad. Wattpad. I was reading, so actually even bigger tea is that my wife, she wrote a Wattpad fanfiction and it actually got really big. Like, it actually got really big. It got really popular, but then she stopped writing it. She stopped writing it, and then like, I think it was this year or last year, we tried to dig it up again, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what her username was. And I was searching it up because I remember the like what fandom she wrote in, and I remember what the general plotline was. I was trying to find it so hard. And then I finally found it, and I was like, oh my god, the way it's written is so cute. Maybe because I know it's my wife writing it, it's so cute. You can just tell a very young person wrote this. It's so cute. It's okay to feel embarrassed, be cringe and be free. I will be cringe and be free in my own little circle. Yeah, I'll be cringe and be free in my own little circle. Okay, how's this? I will tell you one. So, okay, I think I've written for 3 fandoms, or at least like the ones that I've published, I've written for 3 fandoms. And one of them was Genshin Impact. I'll give you that. I wrote a Genshin Impact fanfiction. I was so embarrassed because like, I remember when I was writing, I was like, why am I writing fanfiction at my age? I was like, why am I writing fanfiction at this age? I feel so old. I feel so cringe. But I was still typing it up. So yeah. Not that it's going to be very easy to find because half the Genshin fan base have food related names. But that is the extent of hints I will give you. Yeah, this is 5,000 pages in there. Well, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm being stingy with my clues. Can't give you too many. I'll just give you a couple of breadcrumbs. Just give you a couple of breadcrumbs. Okay, I'll give you another hint. This is the last one. I don't think I wrote for the most popular ship. Like, if you check the most popular ship, and it was a ship. The thing that's embarrassing is that it's a I mean, okay, to be fair, it's kind of cute. The way I wrote it was kind of cute, but... 1 second. Okay, it wasn't... I don't think it's the most popular ship. You want the whole bakery? Sorry guys, only breadcrumbs, only breadcrumbs. At most the crust. Just the crust of a slice of bread, but any more than that is too much. But yes, I don't think it is the most popular ship. Not the most popular ship, Kai Engine. I've literally never even thought of that ship. I've actually never thought of that ship before. Interesting. I feel like Jean is usually shipped with Lisa, yeah. Shipped with Lisa, 100%. I think that's the most popular Jean ship. And then Kaya? Who's Kaya most shipped with? D-Luke, I think. I think D-Luke, yeah. Yeah, Lisa or D-Luke, yeah. But there's like a bajillion ships. It's not that. It's not an unknown ship. It's like, it doesn't have like true, it's not something weird like Electro Slime X like Carve or something. It's not like that. It's not something like that. It's like between two characters that are, it's like it's not a niche ship. Oh, hello Nami Blocks. Hello, how are you? Not a weird ship. It's not a weird ship. It's very, I feel like there's already a reasonable amount of... It's not a crack ship, no. No. It's a relatively popular ship. At least like popular in terms of like, there's definitely more than like one fanfic. Nami blocks? Nami blocks? For Nami. Flammy? Yes. That was another clue I kind of wanted to give you guys, but I don't remember what it was. What was it now? What was it? Shit. Oh, the rating. The rating is I don't actually remember what the rating was, but it's like a pretty tame. I think it's like a T or something. Maybe even one below that. I know it's definitely not yeah, I don't really remember. But I don't think, at least that fic in particular, I think it's like a T or something like that. Yeah. Mondstadt ship? That's too much information. Too much information. The name is what you want to give us? No. Although it's like popular enough that even if you search through the ship names, I don't think you would find. Teen and up. I think it's definitely like that. I think the Genshin one definitely is not. Definitely not E. I don't think it's M either. I'm pretty sure I classified it as like T or G. Like the bottom two like ones. No guys. Bye bye. See ya. Bennett X Traveler. No. Yeah, even if you say whatever ship it is, I'm not gonna tell you. I wonder if you guys work to try to finesse Aelis to giving us Not telling. Not telling. Chat wants to appreciate and take joy from your literacy masterpieces. No. Gonna have to earn it. You'll have to find it yourself. You know, this is not free information that is freely to be given. No one in the world knows this, the owner of this fanfiction. Not even my wife knows. Alright? Not even my wife knows. My brain went Final Fantasy instead of of FF. Whenever I think of FF, I just think of Valorant. People are like, oh, FF already. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. The laughs killed me? The laughs? I don't think I laugh that weirdly, do I? I don't think I laugh that weirdly. I haven't played Valorant in a hot minute and buffed my boy Chamber. I feel like he has been buffed though. Has he not? And I thought he was buffed in like the latest Chamber buff. Valorant. Maybe not. I thought he got buffed. Maybe it was just me. Probably. I cannot play Chamber at all because my aim sucks. Just found out that I have 200 ping on Sydney servers. That's far. Where is 200 ping? You must be somewhere in... I mean, it's not really saying much, but you must be somewhere... Where would that be? 200 ping. Damn, 200 ping. That's very far. Sucks US players can't play out of US. Yeah, because you guys have a lot of servers in the US as well. Because for Australia, we only have one server. So, but like for us, the Sydney server is the only server that has decent ping. Our next closest would be Singapore, which at least for me has around 100 ping, and then it kind of gets worse from there. I have decent ping on the others though, like 80 below. Australia's that far. Well, I mean, the next closest server for Australians would be Singapore, and that's 100 ping, so... We go from like... For me, it'd be like a jump from 20 ping to 100 plus ping. You guys got Starlink? Starlink? I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't understand why we have a north, south, east. It's probably to distribute the people out a little bit more, because I think maybe it's a problem if there's too many people on one server, something like that. Australia used to have 2 servers as well. They used to have a Sydney 1 and a Sydney 2. And then they got rid of Sydney 2, so... Since I'm in Philippines, Hong Kong, Singapore, the only optimal servers, but I don't mind 70 plus like in Japan. Ah, I see. I heard that like the people on the servers over there versus like in Australia are different though. Because I have a Filipino friend, and he was saying like, oh, you know, the Valorant, and when I play Valorant at home, it's so different from here in Australia. And I was like, what? Like, what? But I have no experience myself, so I don't know. You know, Elon Musk's satellite internet, Starlink. I've never heard of that. goodness. Aelis, the background and music feels like we're in a bar. Do you drink? I do drink. Not very often though. Not very often. Stumble guys? Stumble guys? Oh, for like SG. Singapore. Yes, I do drink. Occasionally. I only drink like socially most of the time. Like, I really only drink if I'm out with mates and we're like, oh, let's get some alcohol because the cocktails look fun. I'm like, okay. I personally actually don't like cocktails that much. I find them a bit too sweet. And they're very expensive for the amount of alcohol that they have. Isn't it 11 a.m. to 12 p.m? No, right now for me it's 10 p.m, which isn't really late considering I usually go to bed at like 12 to 1. Sorry, I usually go to sleep 12 to 1. I usually go to bed at like 12. I don't drink, but for you I can drink with you. We should have a drinking stream where we drink together. That'd be fun. That'd be so fun. Yeah, the social drinking. Yes, social drinking. Yeah, I usually, yeah. Like, I think there's only been one time where I've drunk by myself, and that was just depressing, not gonna lie. But it was actually kind of fun though. It was so fun drinking by myself low key because it was like the reason why I started drinking was kind of depressing. But that aside, once I had the alcohol in me, I was feeling so good. Because for me, I'm a bit of a happy drunk. When I get alcohol in me, I get very what's the word? Happy, giggly, a bit crazy, a bit more crazy. So yes. But yeah, I just remember when I was drinking by myself, I was just kind of like, oh, there's no one home. We have gin in the cupboard, and it's like it was like not that much. It was like a third of a bottle, so about like 250 mils of gin. And I was like, I'm gonna drink the rest of the gin. So I did. I drank all that gin because I really like gin and tonics because I find it's like a good kind of combination. It's a good balance of like not too sweet but like not too alcoholic. Anyway, so I was drinking gin and tonics while I was watching Hannibal. So I was watching I don't know what it is with me and like consuming media about cannibalism. But I was watching Hannibal and it was amazing. Hannibal was really good, by the way. Yes, drinking stream. I really want to do it one day, but I will do it when I'm not so busy, so I can have time the next day to recuperate. So I'll say like maybe sometime in June I might be able to do it. Until then, definitely not. I legally cannot drink it. Oh, in America, drinking age is when? Oh, 21. That's so old. Dang. Oh, okay. Because in Australia it's 18. So because I was like, I'm pretty sure you're already like in college. But anyway, yeah. Aelis got so drunk she shows such a fanfiction. That's never gonna happen. I am a closed book in that aspect. Usually I'm a pretty open book, but when it comes to fanfiction, I'm not. When it comes to my fanfiction writing, I am not. Open, ecstatic, yes. I get very like vibes. Take that as you will. I don't know how to explain that. Oh yes, crazy Aelis with her crazy fanfiction. Boomer taste. I do have a bit of boomer taste. I have been told that my taste buds are like a grandpa or grandma's. So yes. I'm back with a new profile. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's pink now instead of blue. The reason for a high age to lower the chances of youths crashing and driving intoxicated. That makes sense. Yeah. I don't really have much to say except that makes sense, but I don't know. But I feel like a lot of kids in Australia honestly have alcohol. I mean, I feel like it's the same everywhere, but like, same with the US and everything. But a lot of people have alcohol when they're underage, which technically isn't good, but I'm like, whatever. It's their own choice, so. At least it ain't whiskey I don't like whiskey on the rocks. I absolutely hate whiskey. Unless it's like a highball. Then it's like, okay, but that's only because I can't really taste the whiskey, so. Yes, I can only have whiskey in a highball. Because I've had straight whiskey before and I hated it. It tasted horrendous. And I've had multiple brands of whiskey as well and they all tasted really bad. I'm not a fan. Like my go-to would be gin or vodka, tonic. Like, or just like like I also like mixing random alcohols together because I'm like that. I like mixing random alcohols and like mixes together because I'm just like, you know, experimentation. Maybe I'll discover something new. Good, my new profile? I mean, it's up to you. Do you like your new profile? It goes both ways. Kids still drink and drive, but just behind their parents' back. 100%, yes. I guess it's more or less the same with tobacco. Tobacco age went from 18 to 21. Although I feel like a lot of young people vape nowadays compared to not really smoke, they vape. I've never vaped, so I don't really know how it's like, but I know that a lot of people vape nowadays. Yeah, straight whiskey tastes interesting. It does. It is strong, to say the least. It's very pungent. Messi or Ronaldo? Ronaldo, I guess? I don't really know. I don't know much about soccer, so. And sure, I've seen that. Yeah, a lot of people vape because I think they have this illusion that vaping is better for you than oh shit. I have like they have this illusion that vaping is better for you than smoking, but I don't really think that's the case. There's just a lot less evidence on it because it's so new. Oh yes, mixing is fun. I had a friend make something, we named her concoction at my 18th, and it was nice beside the random stuff she put in. Have you guys ever played, at least for those who can drink, have you guys ever played King's Cup? It's a very fun drinking game. A very, very fun drinking game. I would highly recommend playing it if you ever are at probably a pretty small party. It's not like a really big drinking game, but if you're ever at like a sleepover or a small party, King's Cup, it's a really fun drinking game. King's Cup is basically like you have a suite of cards and you place that suite of cards and like spread it out in a ring around a cup, face down. I think I said that. Face down, and basically you have two cups in the middle, a bigger cup and a shot glass, and then you put a mixer in the bigger cup, and then you put the smaller shot glass into the liquid so it floats, and then basically everyone takes a turn pouring a bit of alcohol into the smaller cup, and then oh no, that's not it. That's Titanic, I think. What is King's Cup again? Oh, King's Cup is like this. Oh, sorry. I got mixed up between games. So King's Cup is the one where you have just a cup in the middle, and then you have the suite of cards laid down in a ring around the big cup, and then every single suite and every single number has like an action that you're meant to do. So for example, let me think. I think so, like 6. If you draw the number 6, then all the girls in the circle have to drink. And there's one for dudes as well. I kind of forgot the number though. It's been a while since I've played it. And basically, whenever you get the king card, since there are 4 king cards, you can add whatever you want into the cup. So it could be alcohol, it could be food, it could be sauce, it could be anything, right? And then the person who gets the 4th the fourth king's has to drink whatever concoction that is inside the cup. Yes. Hey, Finami blocks. Please stop the slightly irrelevant talk, please. Anything so hot sauce? Yes, anything. It could be anything. But you have to keep in mind that even though you add it in yourself, you might have a chance of picking up that fourth king's cup and you might have to be the one that drinks it. So this sounds terrifying. It's fun. I mean, the people I usually play with are pretty tame with it. We don't put food and like sauce. We just mix like either alcohols or we mix like mixes together. But yes, I would highly recommend playing it, suggesting it if you're in like a small drinking party. So yes. I'll take that gamble. Right. So yes, I'm just... Another game that's really fun is what is it called? Titanic? Titanic, yes. Where basically it's, as I was saying, there's a big cup and a smaller cup. The bigger cup is filled with like mixer or whatever. Oh my goodness, my throat is kind of killing me. But what was I saying? Oh yes, the bigger cup is filled with like mixer, and then the smaller cup, you take turns going in a circle, just pouring alcohol into that smaller shot glass, and then whoever pours enough so that the smaller glass kind of like sinks into the bigger glass's liquid, it's called Titanic, and they have to like drink all of that, I think. Something like that. I don't really remember. We don't really play that one that often. Okay, alcohol only sounds tame enough, but I can only imagine it could be bad. I mean, I guess I'm lucky because I've never played it with a wild crowd. I've never played it with a wild crowd, so I'm like pretty chill. But I can imagine like people putting mayonnaise and like chips and alcohol and bleh. Does not sound like a good time. Say hydrate. I think I will try, but I'm too lazy to get water, so I think alcohol games are best with the small trusted group. 100%. Alcohol is always best with a group of friends that you know and trust over like a big party of people you don't really know. Oh, that one, isn't that the one Korean? I think so. I mean, all of my drinking games come from my friends, and a lot of my friends consume a lot of Korean media, so a lot of like that's why we drink a lot of like soju and stuff, because they like soju. I don't really care that much as long as it's not whiskey, so I'm like whatever. I have no opinions. Do you know the song Daylight? No, I don't know many songs. Too big and it'll get too chaotic. I agree. And I feel like if you're drinking alcohol, which is a substance that inhibits certain parts of how your brain functions, I guess, you know, you gotta do it around people you trust. At least if you're drinking like a large amount of alcohol. Yeah, let's go get water. I'm too lazy. I need to do work. Oh, hello Leslie, how are you? Soju is a solid choice for drinking. Yeah, I feel like it's nice because it's not so strong that I feel like lightweights, because I have a couple friends with like who are lightweights. Like they drink like a couple soju shots and they're like gone. So if like I have a friend that's like, I swear she's like allergic to vodka or something. She drinks like one shot of vodka and she's like bleh. But like other spirits is okay. I don't know, it's really weird. Yeah, soju, I'm like pretty down with it. There are a lot of flavors that I'm not really a fan of though, to be honest. I have a weird experience with soju. Oh, like Like, you had a weird experience drinking soju, or... Oh, real lightweight? Yeah. Some people are real lightweights. Like, it's kind of insane. I guess it's kind of good and bad, though. Because... You know... I guess you don't have to spend that much money to feel drunk. On the other hand, it's like, oh, I wish I could drink more, right? I had a melon flavored soju and was playing billiards. Hated the flavor, felt like a melon flavored soju. I've never had that before, but it doesn't sound very... I don't really like melon flavored anything, to be honest. I don't know, I just feel like melon flavored anything tastes really, I guess, artificial. Which it is, but, you know. I couldn't hit the cue ball. You couldn't hit... Did you just miss it, like, completely? Drinks are different from people. I've heard someone drinking anything else is fine, but a couple of soju shots and they're gone. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like, even though it's like similar alcohol percentage, but they react differently to it. I find that so fascinating. I stumbled. Oh no. Oh, and it was probably had a hat. Nami, please keep chats on topic. I'll give you... This is last warning. If you keep like going off topic, I'm just going to put you on a timeout, alright? Huh. Also had someone take like half a cruiser, then oh my god, for real. I met this person once and he was like, oh, just get me a pack of cruisers and like I'm done. I'm like, bro, cruisers have no alcohol in them. How? Like, how would you get drunk off... Like, cruisers to me just taste like juice, but like expensive. it just feels like expensive soft drink or something. I'm like, why am I paying this much for this thing that doesn't even taste like alcohol and doesn't feel like alcohol either? Yeah, I'm like, cruisers don't taste bad, but they just kind of taste like nothing. Have you tried hard solo? It's basically just... Is it solo and like alcohol or just solo? It's hard solo. It sounds like it has alcohol in it. But no, I've never tried it. Because I'm not too fussy about my alcohol, I usually just let my friends pick whatever alcohol they want to drink and they buy it and then I just pay them. It's alcoholics. Oh, I do like lemon flavored, citrus flavored solo. More solo than alcohol. Yeah, I feel like that's usually how alcoholic things. I've had the what is it called? It's like the Japanese lemon one. It's like something zero. What is it called now? It's called I don't know. It's like a Japanese. What was it? What was it called again? I forgot. But it's like the Japanese one where it has like lemon on the can. I forgot what it's called. For Nami, I am going to put you on a timeout because you are disregarding my my warnings. I'll put you on a 30-minute timeout for now. Strong zeros are great. Yeah, I remember it tasted really good, but I was like, this doesn't taste like alcohol. I could have like 10 of them. I was like, I could have 10 of them and it would be fine. Strong zero. Oh, was it strong zero? I feel like it looked a bit different. Oh, it is strong zero. It was like the -196 Suntory double lemon. I think it was that one. How much alcohol? Oh, it's only 6%. Okay. Yeah, it's only 6%. Yeah. No wonder, because I was like, it doesn't really taste like alcohol. Which I guess is the point of it. I mean, personally, I don't really mind the taste of alcohol. Mostly. Depending on the type of alcohol, I guess. But yeah. I agree that alcohol is really nicely paired when you have it with like citrus. Maybe because I really like citrus flavored things. Like anything yuzu flavored that's alcohol is like usually really good. Like yuzu highball, very good. Even though I don't like whiskey, and you can still kind of taste the whiskey, but I don't know. And maybe because I just really like yuzu flavored things. I mean, even as a kid, I really liked citrus flavored, like lollies and stuff. Speaking of alcohol pairings, oh, why didn't it show? Oh, there it is. Speaking of alcohol pairings, appropriate alcohol with appropriate food is godsend. Oh, I've actually never thought about that. I've never thought of I guess I've never, yeah, like the only pairing I know is like like wine and cheese, and like I think wine and steak. But I personally am not a fan of wine. I don't like wine at all. I don't like wine at all, so that is not for me. But that's the only, I guess, alcohol food pairing that I know. I know in a lot of Asian countries they have like beer and like chicken, or beer and like duck and stuff. But yeah, I like beer a lot more than I do wine, I will say that. I just remembered a story. I went to a restaurant and asked for a virgin mojito, and I was drinking. I was laughing. You'll probably be very confused, like, why isn't everything so spinny? Like, what? Oh, that's cute. It's very funny. I'm sure I was like, I feel like most people when they're younger are light drinkers. I felt hard, I couldn't focus on eating my steak. The first exposure to alcohol. You're like, what am I, what? I think it was my first exposure to stronger alcohol. I was... I mean, you weren't expecting it also, so... Honestly, the more you drink, the higher your tolerance gets. Once you stop drinking for a bit, it goes back down. I went sober for a bit and I felt the difference. I feel like I kind of agree with that, actually. I do kind of agree with that. And I think it's also because when you come back to alcohol... I guess, like... You expect that you can drink more. Because you're like, oh, you know, back in the day when I was younger... I could drink like this much, right? And you try drinking that much and you're like, oh, hold on, why do I feel a bit like... a bit gone? Why do I feel a bit woozy? And I feel like it's an element of that as well. It's like, oh, dang, I could drink this much back in the day. Tolerance is something you build up? Yeah, 100%. Although for me, I don't think I've drunk enough alcohol to build up much of a... like, tolerance. Because usually I stop at like 1 or 2 drinks. But I think it's also because my family has a history... my family has a history of like liver problems, so my parents are always like, you know, be careful around alcohol, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't drink that much alcohol anyway, so I just drink it whenever I feel like it, which isn't very often really, and whenever I'm out. Sorry, let me just adjust myself out of my chair. Me too, which is why I don't experiment with my limits. I just have a glass/can and I'm good. Yeah. Like, I think that's kind of same for me. I think one time I did try and like test my limit, but then like for me, rather than feeling woozy, I find that like when my stomach stops agreeing with me, like I could not, I don't know, sometimes my stomach just feels nauseous even if I'm not like drunk. And I don't necessarily feel like throwing up. I just feel like my stomach feels like it's like rolling around or something. That's typically like when I know I'm like, oh yeah, I'm probably not going to drink anymore, like regardless of how much I've drunk, even if I don't feel woozy in the slightest. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to end up chundering or throwing up really. Yeah, I just know that I can drink more than like one or two and I'm like fine. So, and in most situations I won't be drinking more than like one. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It is all chill. But I always gotta do some tactical chundering. Actually, but to be honest, I actually can't. Well, not really can't, but I'm like, I don't throw up. I just feel nauseous and terrible for like 3 hours and then I'm fine. But in terms of like throwing up, I actually can't. I cannot. Especially in public, you don't want to end up worshipping the balls of those bathrooms. Luckily, I've never gone up to that point before. Especially when I'm outside, I don't drink a lot. Maximum I drink when I'm outside is 1. I only drink like more than like a couple of drinks when I'm at home. Or like in a safe environment, I guess. And also because alcohol is really expensive outside, so... like 1 drink outside in Australia, easy like 20 bucks. If you're having a cocktail, or it'd be like $15 maybe for a beer. It's very expensive. I'm stealing it, worshipping the bowls in the bathrooms. They're very funny. I haven't either, but I had a friend chunder in the public bathroom and it was funny to me, but it was also yeah. Gosh. Luckily, I haven't had that experience yet. None of my friends are super heavy drinkers, at least like not when I'm with them. Sometimes they drink heavily when they're with other people, but... Oh, hello Inari, how are you? Mostly funny because I was texting his boss. Oh, poor man. The process to recover after chundering is very unpleasant. Is it? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've thrown up. The last time I threw up was because I had gastro. And that was like many years ago, like 15 years ago, something like that. Yeah, it was like 15 years ago, something like that. That was the last time I threw up. I have never thrown up a single time after that. I have to go to school in 30 minutes. Oh, good luck for your school day, yeah? Good luck for your school day. I hope it's not too boring. I hope there's something fun lined up. What classes do you have? Actually, speaking of school, what do you think? What would you consider you guys' favorite subjects to be? When I was in school, I would say my favorite subject was economics. I was an economics kid. god, I don't want to eventually go to university after finishing high school 2.0. I don't want to go to high school. Wait, high school 2.0 and high school 3.0? What? Wait, what? Isn't university high school 2.0? Not much since my school. Wait, why is your school about to shut down? Is something happening around it? Hey, uni is better. Uni. Attendance is mandatory. Yeah, guys, confession, I don't actually attend any of my classes at the moment, but I do have a reason for it. It's because I'm working on the days I have classes. Tactically organized, by the way. Tactically organized. I just watch my lectures and stuff, like recorded and whatnot. History and I guess English when they let us write stories. Oh, I think depending on the text and depending on the teacher, that's kind of like how I guess that determined whether or not I enjoyed English. Because if I had a good teacher, then I would enjoy English. If I didn't, then I would not like English. Hey, kind of random, can you sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Churros Man. Happy birthday to you. There you go. High school 2.0 is a joke. Community college. Oh, I didn't know you went to... Oh. Community college and then university after that? I thought community college and university are like pretty similar things, but I guess not. Mine was accounting, although... Oh, you guys had accounting in high school. Oh. At least like in my school, that wasn't an option. I'm a psych major. I'm learning languages and... Oh, what languages are you learning? Calligraphy is really fun as well. I really like calligraphy. I really want to learn like fountain pen calligraphy because I know how to do like brush pen calligraphy somewhat. Not super well, but somewhat can do brush calligraphy. So I really want to learn how to do fountain pen calligraphy. And thanks, I'm happier now. No worries, you're welcome. I'm glad you're happier now. So you guys think, right? Community college is essentially a cheaper college but for general education, so you can take your general education credits to transfer to university to... Oh! Oh. I didn't know that. Dang. I guess it's quite different from Australia then. Because for us it's just usually... Yeah, you just usually go into like... university straight after high school if you decide to go that path in Australia. I'm learning French, Spanish, Japanese in my own time. Whoa. Wow, that's a lot of languages. You're gonna be super multilingual. You're gonna be a polyglot. Community college is a huge... Oh, I mean that makes sense. I did hear that like uni in the US is like hella expensive. Like really expensive. I did hear that. We had high school, then thrown into uni. There were bridging courses for those that didn't make the ATAR. Yes. But even if you didn't make the ATAR requirements, which is basically like the requirements to make it into certain courses in Australia, it's very... I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely very viable to transfer into courses. Like it's definitely very viable. Unless it's like medicine or law, then, you know, in that case, good luck. Medicine and law are just very hard to get into, but... Oh shit. An alarm go off. But anything else I feel like is pretty manageable to get into, I think. But also, I don't know a lot of courses, to be honest. So, yeah. If you have a grant or other scholarships... Whoa! Okay, wow, that is a money saver. Because I heard that student debt in, especially in America, is like a really big problem. I'm trying to learn the language of the first. A language of Riz? Yes. I'm trying to. So today I was texting my wife, and I was joking to her because she was like, I'm trying to do my assignment. But every time I close Discord to try to do my assignment, I just get distracted by you again. And I'm like, oh, it's because of my utterly magnificent Riz, right? My utterly magnetic Riz. And she made a poem for me about my magnetic Riz. It was really funny. I'm gonna go now. I still have to get ready. I'm still testing. No worries. All good. Good luck on your test if you have tests. Or just if you don't have tests, good luck on your school day. Have a good school day. Bye-bye. So if you do community college and transfer the uni, you only go to uni for approximately 2 years, compared to going to... that makes sense. That makes sense. She rizzes me up every day. She rizzes me up every day. She has unspoken riz. I feel like people in general just like her, so... But I don't know. Like, I think for me, I don't have a problem with first impressions. I have a problem with what's after that. I have a problem with what's after that. I find when I like introduce myself and meet people for the first time, I have no problem with with seeming and sounding confident in that. But then when it gets to like beyond surface level, I'm like, so like, how's life? You know, like, I think it's so easy to masquerade as an extrovert when it's first meeting. But yeah, I would say I'm a lot better now than I was before. Now I can definitely hold conversation, but before I was such a terrible conversation maker. I remember I got called out so many times for having my terrible conversation skills. I just remember this one time I got called out because my friends would show me, this one friend specifically would show me like something cute, right? And then I'd be like, oh, cute. That's the only thing I would say. And then it'd be like that for like 10, 15 posts straight. And she's like, you're not gonna say anything else? And I was like, am I meant to? Am I meant to say something else? I mean, I'm just giving my thoughts. And she's like, give something beyond just, oh, that's cute. Or like, if you know any other dogs or anything. And we had this whole coaching session on how to like have a conversation. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I was a pretty bad conversationalist as a child. Not even just as a child, but just as an adolescent when I was one. Yeah. I find that I talk the most when I either don't know someone at all or I know someone really well. I think it's quite hard to have a conversation when you're in that middle ground where it's like, you're kind of familiar with them, but you're not that close with them. So when I'm in that ground, I'm kind of like, what do I talk about? Because I feel like you can't really talk about the generic stuff like, work and all that stuff, but I don't know. I could not maintain a big conversation. My social battery could never. Yeah, 100%. Although I find that like for me personally, like my social battery is very like dependent on the day. Like some days I'm just like, I talk to one person, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to talk to anyone else at all. And then I'm a bit of a grouch for the rest of the day. And then other days I'm like pretty okay with talking to a lot of people. Talk about the weather. I've never talked about the weather except to like customers. And I'm like, oh, and it's only if it's like really badly raining or it's like really sunny. And I'm like, oh, it's really nice weather to like go to the beach or It's really rainy today. I hope you brought an umbrella or something like that, you know? Fanfiction. Please. Only a handful of people know that I write fanfictions and that I read fanfictions. And now you guys know. Now you guys know. How do you guys feel about that? You are now in on the deep dark secret fanfiction. I'm definitely not much of a writer though. I'm much more of a drawer than a writer. I ain't much of a talker, more of a listener, I think. Me too. I mean, I don't know. Actually, me too, but also depends. I think it depends on my conversation partner. Like, if my conversation partner is one that talks more, then I'm definitely more of a listener. But if they don't talk much, then I'm definitely more of a talker. Like, I feel like I'm very flexible in that way, if that's the right use of that word. I feel honored knowing your secrets. Yes, you guys are part of my little peoples who... My little peoples? My little group of peoples. Who know. I'm working on another... Oh... Curious what fandom or fanfiction. Do you publish your fanfictions? Do you IRL people know you do? No, no one knows. Absolutely 0 people know. No one knows about anything to do with me and social media, actually. None of my friends know. None of my family knows that I do anything social media related, whether it be streaming or drawing and posting my stuff. Like a lot of my friends know I draw because I draw stuff for their birthdays, but they don't know that I post a lot of like my drawings online. But yeah, I feel like I was going to say something else, but I don't remember. Typical Aelis. Let me unpin this comment. Fire Emblem. I don't really know anything about Fire Emblem, to be honest. Is it a game? I think it's a game. You're like Batman? I am Batman. I'm sorry. I'm Batman. Batman. It's not very good for my throat to do that, but... Batman. Imagine one of your IRL peeps. Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like they would recognize my voice. Right? I feel like they'd recognize my voice. So, yeah. The only Fire Emblem I know it from when I'm watching my brother play. I don't know a single thing about Fire Emblem. I know that one of my friends, like not super close friends, used to play. I don't know anything about Fire Emblem. Oh my goodness. Alarm, go away. Yeah. I don't know. I'm low-key thinking of doing I want to do a karaoke next week on Monday, I think. I want to sing. I want to do something. I also want to test out this new microphone. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. So I feel like I can definitely be a lot less careful with this microphone. Because... So I got a dynamic microphone this time, and it's like a lot less sensitive, so I can like really belt out like notes and stuff without worrying that I'm going to like heal you guys' ears or I'm going to kill the microphone. Yes. I was actually thinking of doing a vertical karaoke because I've seen a lot of people do vertical streams and I'm like, it looks so fun. I want to do it. Also, what is your opinion on interactive fiction? Like as in, like the readers choose how the next chapter is going to go, or I don't think I've ever read anything like that. Or do you mean like your name, like reader insert? Because I don't. I don't particularly enjoy reader inserts, but like I guess I didn't realize until relatively recently that people sometimes self-insert themselves into stories and stuff. And I didn't know that until recently, mainly because I don't really do that myself. Like I don't do that myself, so I've never like thought about it, and I guess I didn't really realize it was a thing because, okay, so the reason I'm kind of like thinking about this is because I guess in regards to the popularity of Fourth Wing, my next favorite novel, I don't know. I just, like, I always wondered, do people... Like, I just remember reading this... So, my wife was showing me this really funny Reddit post, because she's a Reddit demon. She's a Reddit demon. She was showing me this really funny Reddit post being like, oh, you know, Fourth Wing, like, spiced up my... You know... life, you know what I mean? I don't know why I was so weird about that. But like, it basically spiced up my personal life, you know, with my significant other. And I was like, you're saying this really badly written porn spiced up your... Okay. I mean, like, you do you, right? But... sure. Like, choose your own adventure. I don't think I've ever read, like, choose your own adventure fiction, so I can't really say much about it. I don't really have much experience in that area. I conjecture the ex-reader stuff. 100%. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I want to read Fourth Wing. Okay. You see, I have found that ranting about Fourth Wing is like my newest hobby. And I don't mean good ranting. I mean like confused ranting. And the reason why I'm so confused is because I read it and I was like, why do people in this demographic of what? Okay, so to give more context to my confusion, basically I found that I guess the predominant like demographic of people who enjoy Fourth Wing are like probably young women in their mid to late 20s, probably, right? But when I read it, I was like, do people in that age demographic enjoy this type of like literature? Because like the language level is just so unsophisticated. It's like around the language level I'd read in like your 7 to 9 kind of age range. I was just like, it just doesn't feel very I don't know. How'd you rate? I rated it a 2. I rated it a 2 out of 5 personally for me, and I have justification for that. So 2 out of 5 is like, okay, so I don't think it's so terrible. It'd be like a 1 out of 5. That would, like, to me, a 1 out of 5 means like I barely finished it. Like I had to like drag myself and like force my eyes open to read it. Like it wasn't that bad. Like, to be honest, it was a very easy read. But I think that part of the reason why it was such an easy read is because the language is so simple. Like, it is very simple. So the Twilight of that age, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. Like, I've read Twilight and I swear, like, to be fair, I read Twilight like a long time ago, but from my very misty memory of Twilight, which I can barely remember Twilight at all, but I feel like this language is like simpler than Twilight's language. Like, disregarding the storyline, plotline, everything like that, just in terms of like like how the story is written and how, like, what type of language is used, it just I just feel like it doesn't seem like something, I don't know. I have it like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tapped into get the fourth wing. I mean, honestly, like, it's again, it's not a hard read. Like, it's a very easy read. It like I read the whole book in like one day, like 1.5 days probably, because it's just very easily. It's a bit of like a brainless read, I guess is what I'd call it. But one pet peeve I have with it is that I would count Fourth Wing as like a semi-historical fiction, where it's like kind of based in like a fantasy historical-esque kind of world, right? But then they speak like they're Gen Z, or Gen Z, sorry. So they're like, oh, I just remember. So I remember there was this. I'm just so frustrated. I just get frustrated when I think of Fourth Wing. Because I just remember there was this one line where it was something like, oh my god, he's so hot. And I'm like, ew, why are you saying that in that context? Like, oh my goodness, don't. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is that if you're in a historical fiction or a fantasy world, you shouldn't be speaking like that. You should be speaking normal English, not like, oh my god, he's so hot, or like, you know, that kind of language just does not belong there. I'm not getting it. Yeah, that was my biggest pet peeve with it. I just got like goosebumps of. And like, mind you, this isn't even written by a young writer. The writer of this story is like a 40-something-year-old woman with children and a husband. Then I was reading this and I'm like, this, what? I have read fan fiction that is miles, heads and shoulders above this. This is just... Please. My only significant other right now is my PC. Me too, that is me as well. PC-kun is my one and only. If you want this option, flips it. Oh, I see. Huh. Yeah, again, I don't think I've ever read those types of books. It's so interesting. Maybe I'll try read one once. I'll reread Twilight if I can. I kind of want to try reread Twilight as well. I only got through, I think, 2.5 books, and I kind of gave up on the third book. I don't remember why, but I remember when I was reading it, I was like, oh, it's actually not as bad as I expected. I was expecting something really bad, but I didn't end up. I didn't end up like thinking it was that bad. Have you ever read Lord of the Rings? I have not. I think some really popular ones that I haven't read. Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. What else? Narnia. I haven't read Narnia. I've only read The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe. Yeah, I haven't read June. June is on my to be read list right now. It's on my list of things I want to read. And your Twilight reading stream. That'll take ages. Narnia is really big. It's a really, really big series. The Granddaddy of all. It has been on my to be read list for like the past like, I don't know, 10 years or something, but I've just never read it. Hunger Games? Oh, I've read Hunger Games. I read Hunger Games like a while ago. I read Hunger Games like 10 years. My goodness. 10 years ago. Whoa. Okay. Damn, if I didn't want to feel old, that was really... Wow, okay. So I read it a long time ago. I'm not gonna say how many years, but I read it a long time ago. Yeah. And honestly, I actually think that the language in Hunger Games is more sophisticated than the language used in Fourth Wing. In terms of... I guess, as I said, like just grammar, that kind of stuff, it's just better. Hunger Games it feels like something an adult could enjoy. Like, I could not... When I read Fourth Wing, I was like, is this something that adults enjoy? Because it's not something I can really envision adults enjoying. In terms of like, I don't know. It's a bit like flies. It honestly does. It does. I swear I only started restreaming like a week ago, but it's been how many months? Like 2 months? A month? 2 months? Something like that. This is meant for kids, but check out Susan Collins' other works. I honestly don't mind reading books for kids. And you know, I actually think biggest hack if you want to get into reading is read books that are meant for younger readers. So what I would recommend is typically like people like books aimed for like year 7 to year 9 because they're very easy to digest, they're very easy to read. So you know, a lot of books written for adults are very like sophisticated language and sometimes it's a bit hard to digest, but like, you know, if you read things that are meant for younger readers, it's very easy to digest, really, really easy to kind of like get your foot back into reading. That's always my biggest recommendation when I'm like recommending books for people to read, for like first time readers or people who are wanting to get back into reading. I grew to not like Maze Runner back then. I think one thing I didn't get into much was dystopian novels. Like I read Hunger Games, but I didn't read like Divergent or like I think Maze Runner is also another dystopian ones. But I just never really liked dystopian books personally. I love Gregor the Overland. I've never read it. Maybe I will read it. Maybe I will read it. I do have a lot of books on my to be read list. Phantom Tollbooth is a good kids book. I've never heard of it. There's so many books I haven't read. Like there's a lot of books I've heard of and never read, and a lot of books I've just never heard of. Let me think about what I was reading in high school. Or like, not even in high school. Because I feel like once I graduated, I just kind of like, not even like, I think towards the end of high school, I think just like English kind of killed my reading. I was just like, I don't want to read because English. Catcher in the Rye. Both of those books are on my to be read list. I think the only classic, I haven't read a lot of like classic, I guess I would consider them classic novels. And they're not really classic. Like Catcher in the Rye, I don't think it's a classic, but it's something that I don't know why in my brain is like on that level. Fahrenheit 451, I would consider that as well. I've read Jane Eyre, Picture of Dorian Gray. What else have I read? I've read another one of what's her name? Charlotte Bronte, I think is that her name? I have no idea. What is the author of Jane Eyre again? Right? I think it's Charlotte Bronte, right? Yes. I've read Jane Eyre and another one by the same author, but I forgot which one. Huckleberry Finn? No, it wasn't that one. What was it? I forgot, but it was another one by that author. Oliver Twist? No. Oh, yeah, I've read a lot of Sherlock. I've read a lot of Shakespeare, but mainly because I was forced to, so, you know. But actually, I didn't mind reading, which one was it? Was it Taming of the Shrew? Was it that one? No, I didn't mind reading Romeo and Juliet, even though I kind of thought it was pointless. I didn't mind that one. I didn't mind Midsummer's Night Dream. I actually didn't mind Shakespeare that much. I mean, they were kind of pointless sometimes, but they were actually mediocrely interesting. Oh, 11th Nights? Kind of got. Yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't Jane Eyre, it wasn't Charlotte Bronte, it was Jane Austen. I got confused because of the Jane. I read, Pride and Prejudice. The Hounds of Monte Cristo. No, I haven't read that. I actually wanted to read it though, because I thought the plot kind of seemed interesting. I read Midsummer's Night Dream was the one. Yeah, Oberon, Titania, Puck, Fairy, etc. Yeah. Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, like it was a forced read. I didn't remember liking it that much. Maybe because it was like 90% of the reason I didn't like it was because it was forced and I was forced to read it. But yeah. I think honestly, like my favorite read in high school in terms of things I was forced to read was To Kill a Mockingbird. I really like that one actually. To Kill a Mockingbird. Like honestly, that was the only one where I read it and I was like, wait, this is actually kind of good. You know, that was the only one where it was like it reached that point. Everything else is like, oh, it's not bad, or like, oh, this is bad, but I'm gonna read it because I need to study it. But To Kill a Mockingbird, I actually enjoyed. Unfortunately, I didn't like To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, I liked it though. Yes. My goodness. Reminiscing about books. I'm so glad there's so many of you guys that read as well. Man, I thought all the readers were just extinct or something. I don't know. I thought all the readers were extinct. I have a funny story. Would you like to share? Soon to be extinct? I feel like TikTok is somewhat keeping them up. Somewhat. Oh, Artem is foul. Oh, have you guys heard Percy Jackson? I remember at one point there was a phase where everyone had their Percy Jackson phase. And of course I did too, because of, you know, I love Greek mythology. I do love Greek mythology, so... I was reading on the bus and I didn't have my headphones on, just reading, and an old lady walked to me and said, "Good secret." I was like, "Aww, that's so cute." Aww, that's actually quite cute. Honestly, I feel like boomers are either really sweet or like nightmares to deal with. Did you guys read Aragon by any chance? I remember Aragon, I really liked the first 3 books, and when the 4th book came out, I was like, what the heck? Like, that is such a bad ending to the... What? It was a really bad ending to the book, I remember that. Never heard of it though. It's, basically about this farm boy who discovers a dragon egg. And that dragon egg... that dragon in the dragon egg basically kind of imprinted on him, and he basically becomes like a dragon person with like magic and stuff. I'm planning to read it, just don't have money. I mean, I would highly recommend going to libraries to borrow it. I usually don't buy the books that I read. I usually read a book, and only if I really love it, I buy it physically. So I would recommend like libraries, or if you can, I think there's a lot of apps nowadays. I think it's called like Libby, where you can like sign up to your local library, and then you can like sign up to your local library, and then you can basically read books in their library, but like as an ebook, if that makes sense. Because I always find that if I have that book before if I read the book, if I buy the book before I read it, I don't know what to do with the book physically if I don't like it. And I feel like really bad because I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. More hands-on with books? Oh, yeah. I do prefer paperbacks as well, but I find that like ebooks are just a lot more convenient in terms of like carrying it, because sometimes books get like chewed up and stuff inside my bag when I bring it around. Yeah. So right now I am reading ebooks, which, I mean, yeah. I think it gives me greater access to books as well. Like when I'm bored of one, I'm just like, oh. Or like when I want to take a break from one, I can start reading something else. I honestly prefer a hardcover. I love the smell of books, you know, the smell of books really gets me going. I love it. Like the smell of a bookstore, like a vintage bookstore. Oh, yeah, that smell. I love it. Yeah. Or if you do ever have like a secondhand book sale in your area, that's also a really good option as well. Like there was this kind of sale thing that used to be located near where I lived before, where like a couple of times a year, it was like this charity organization Well, basically they would get donated books and they would have this, I guess, sale, right? And then the books were usually just like $1 or $2 each, and I was like, dang. I remember spending like literally a whole weekend there. Just like in... There was so many books as well. I was just like, oh my goodness. And they're only $1 to $2. Yeah. It was pretty insane. Some of the books is enticing. I swear some bars will look for paper to make it. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? I love the smell of books. New books or old books. Like one of the first things I do when I open a new book, I get a new book, sniff it. I sniff it. I'm like, are you productive now, Aelis? Yeah. Yeah. Very productive. I am so productive. I have never been more productive in my life. That's okay. I didn't really plan for me to be productive anyway, so... Yeah, I mean, I said I'd try to be productive, but... I mean, I kind of did one really quick, easy thing. So I guess that's something. I might do something in the background. I'm very productive. I didn't eat anything. What plate? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know a single thing you're talking about. What are you talking about? What are you on about? I don't know. Yeah. But it's okay, because even though I said... like to be productive, honestly, I was expecting it just to turn out into a chat. To be fair, we did sidetrack you. I mean, yes, you guys did sidetrack me, but I also sidetracked myself a lot. I do that a lot. My brain goes into areas that I don't know how. Like, it doesn't even follow a footpath. It just jumps into somewhere, into the unknown, and lands somewhere weird. Algorithm books, yes. Although I am always down for book chats, because I feel like there's only really one person that has similar book tastes to me in real life. That's my wife, by the way. Have you guys read what is it called? 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo? It's a very popular book nowadays. And like most of the people I know think it's really good. Like they love it. 5 stars out of 5 stars. But for me, I'm just kind of like, I thought it was okay. Like, I liked it. Yeah, it's very popular. It's called, if you want to search it up, it's called The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I thought it was pretty interesting. But to me, like, I think, first of all, it just wasn't really in what I typically enjoy in genres. Like, I just don't really like, I guess, that kind of genre, maybe. But also, second thing is, I don't know. I don't want to, obviously, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, because I hate spoilers, most of all. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was nice, but not 5 stars for me. I thought it was more like 3.5 stars. Although I did recently... Oh, guys, do you want to read a depressing... I mean, is that too spoiler? I mean, not really. It's a bit depressing, the novel, but I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a book called A Little Life. It's a bit of a depressing book. And it's a bit more like... It's a bit harder to read, I guess. But I really enjoyed it, for me. I don't even know why I enjoyed it, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. The book made you cry? Not, it didn't really make me cry, but it made me feel things. It made me feel a lot of things. Summary of 7 Husbands Don't Look Like... Yeah, like, that was neither for me. I only read it because it was so... Like, all my friends were like, oh my god, it's so good, you need to read it. And I was like, really? Okay. I'm definitely more down to read things if they're recommended by friends of mine. Hanya Yanagi... Yes, that's the one. A Little Life. It's A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I don't know if they're Japanese, actually. Are they Japanese? I don't know. I don't think they are. Or maybe they are, but I don't know. I have no idea. But it's a very... I don't think it was necessarily sad. It's depressing. The book is depressing, but not... Like, to me... Okay, guys, to me, the book was depressing, but not sad. And it gave you a lot of things to think about. Or at least to me, at least. I don't know how other people perceive it, because I only know one person who's read it. But, yeah. Molly and Me made me cry. I thought Molly and Me. Let me search that up. Oh. Oh, it's about a dog. Oh. No one. I challenge you to read Molly. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm excited. I want to read it now. Guys, like, kudos to the first person who makes me read something that makes me cry. And not because it's that time of the month, but because I'm like legitimately sad. Because I'm just saying, at certain points of time in the month, there's more... I feel more emotional. I don't count those times as times, because I cry over anything at those times, so... The movies... Okay, I'll give it a read. I want to... Okay. Guys, if... Okay, I want to read it now. If you guys think, oh my god, okay. You mean your monthly subscription? Yes, pretty much, yes. During that time, tear ducts are open 24/7 almost. I literally cry over nothing. I will literally be like watching an Instagram reel about food, and then suddenly I'm just like, it's so weird. I don't know. So I don't count that period of time. I don't count, because in that case anything would make me cry. But when I'm normal mood wise, then yeah, I usually don't cry for like a lot of media, anime, manga, books and stuff. It's hard to. Molly and Me. Let me read the synopsis for the book. Molly and Me, Life with the World's Worst Dog. Oh, it's an autobiographical book. Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Guys, I don't think I can handle a sad dog book. No. Like humans... It's like that thing where it's like, yeah, you can kill off the humans, but don't let the dog die, because the dog dying is sad. Oh no. Oh. This is going to challenge my tear ducts, I know it. Please, not the dog. Especially because I'm a new dog owner. I just got a puppy this year. Please. No. I have a bad feeling. I don't care about the people I care about. For real. For real. I get it. Like, the dog. Because, you know, dogs, they didn't do anything wrong. They were just trying to be like... They were just trying to be them. They were trying to be loyal and stuff. But then you go kill them off? Like, why? There's a website where they tell you if the dog will end. That's so funny. That's actually quite funny. But then I feel like that's kind of spoiler. I don't want to spoil it. I hate spoilers. I don't like spoilers. Let me think. Oh, recently actually. Recently I read this book. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I don't think it was like amazingly awesome, but I thought it was a pretty good book, and it was a very easy read as well. It's called Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It's like a bit of a mystery, I don't really know, mystery thriller? Is it a thriller? I don't know. It's like a mystery kind of one. I thought it was pretty interesting, and the concept is quite, like, relatively unique, I think. Well, I'm gonna sleep. Wage cage tomorrow. The other two might vibrating. 8. See you guys. Oh, you're working. Okay, nice. Yeah, go get that dough. Yeah. Good luck with tomorrow then. See ya. Bye. Bye, Gav. I've been spoiled, but I still cry. Oh no. No. But yeah, I don't know. What was I saying again? I forgot. Fellow capitalist prisoner. I mean, like, look, if you're working tomorrow in Australia, you get 2.5%. No, not 2.5 times 2.5% of what you usually earn. So, you know. What got me back into reading was the girl who was supposed to die. Not gonna lie, not a fan of the later half, but I had a good first half. Oh, the girl who was supposed to die. Interesting. Like, that sounds mystery-esque. I'm trying to think about what book got me back into reading. I'm actually not sure. Oh, actually... I think the book that got me back into reading isn't quite a book. It's like a... It's a Chinese web novel. It's called I think it's called Two Adamant Hearts. It's a Chinese web novel that it's a pretty long web novel, but I read it in like a day and a half, 2 days, and it was so good. The ending was a bit questionable, but like middle and everything was really good. And the protagonist is a girl with amnesia and people are trying to kill her. Oh. I guess like the mystery is in why they're trying to kill her. And I guess that girl is trying to find out why. And then the amnesia is somewhat associated with why they want to kill her. That's what I'm guessing. From just the title, because I haven't heard of it and I haven't read the synopsis either. Good deceptive skills. Let me read the synopsis actually. The girl who was supposed to die. Wait, where is my typing going? It is. Let's see, what's the rating on Goodreads? 4.05. Okay, that's like pretty good, I think. Yeah, interesting. I feel like from the synopsis, it doesn't seem like my type of book, but it seems interesting. It seems like a type of book my friend would really enjoy, actually. She really likes mystery and thriller. Something is interesting? Yeah, it does. It does seem interesting. April Henry. I mean, I feel like anything that is... I feel like anything above a 4 on grades is usually okay, but Fourth Wing has like 4.3 or something, 4.5. It's not very good, so... But yeah, I would recommend reading Fourth Wing if you want to feel confused at why people enjoy this novel. Because I swear everyone on... Okay, maybe not everyone on the internet, but there's a lot of the internet are like, oh my god, Fourth Wing is so good, and blah blah blah, and blah, it's like amazing. But then every single person I know in real life who's read it is like, yeah, it's kind of like mid to kind of bad. So... yeah. I also read a comic I haven't read in a long time. It's Bone. Oh, a comic. Interesting. Oh. Okay, interesting. My family's being very loud right now. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god. Guys. Okay. This preview for this anime of this webtoon, not webtoon, manhwa webtoon that I really liked. The preview, the second preview just came out and I'm really excited. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I'm so excited for the adaptation. I hope it's a good adaptation. I think what helps give that boost to read again is reading. I think it's having reading pals and having someone to discuss and be like, you know, oh, can you read this? Then we can discuss together. It's like a fun part of it. What manhwa? It's called what is it called again? Oh, Who Made Me a Princess. It's like kind of isekai, which I remember when I first started reading, I was like isekai. I have nothing else to read. I guess I'll read it. But I think what drew me in was like the art style, because I think the art style is really pretty. The art style is really, really pretty. And like honestly, it kind of ended badly. Like the ending was kind of but like the start was, I thought was really, really funny. So yeah. Oh, I'm really excited. I remember I read the start like 2 or 3 times. Like the first half, like 2-3 times. Oh, it was so good. I need to read more manhwas. Oh, let me think about what manhwas I've read, because I get confused between whether something's a manhwa or a webtoon. So I don't know. Yeah, although I feel like, I don't know, I haven't been reading as much like manga, manhwas and everything. Probably since I started rereading, like started getting into reading books, I've kind of decreased my what do you call it? Manga reading. So I've substituted it for something else. I mean, I put them under the same umbrella. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's been a while since I've read a manhwa as well. I remember I used to read a lot of like kind of isekai, but not really isekai ones. Let me see if I can find something. I just remember there was this manhwa which is kind of similar. It's called the matriarch. I'll become the matriarch of this family, something like that. It's kind of isekai, but not really isekai. It's more like into the past. And I don't know. I think like, to be honest, it was kind of cheesy, but like kind of interesting at the same time. Alright, I will... Let's see, what time is it? Okay, I'll stream for another 10 minutes. And then I will hop off and actually do some work. She definitely looks royalty. Yes. Oh, you mean like for the Who Made Me a Princess? Oh my god, the way it's drawn, I thought it was just gorgeous. I was really a big fan of the art style when I first read it. I was putting the prayer in procrastination. I don't even have to try to do that. I do that in my sleep. I do that in my sleep. I actually have an assignment I need to work on because my partner and I agreed that we would meet tomorrow to talk about our assignment, but I haven't worked on my part at all. I haven't worked on my part at all. In any shape, way, form, or capacity. And so I will need to do that. because I feel bad when I don't pull my weight around for group assignments. Look, we said it would be tomorrow and it's not tomorrow yet. I'll just work on it when and we haven't actually set a time for when we're gonna like call. But it's okay. It's okay because last time we called, we ended up just procrastinating as well. So I just make everyone procrastinate. I can't help it. But you know, it's chill, it's chill. Like we're friends as well, so it's like even more chill. But I will do my part because I would feel really bad if I don't do it. And I'm going to assume we're going to like call. Yeah, if it was like, because like, okay, to be fair, we literally only decided what we were going to do Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, which is today, right? I had worked the entire day, so that was my excuse. Not that it is an excuse, but yes. Like if it was with a stranger or like someone I didn't know very well, there would be no way in hell that I would do this stuff so late, because I'd feel so bad. I would feel so bad. Like when it's group assignment stuff and I'm not very familiar with them, then there's no way in hell that I would slack off. To be honest, I would not slack off at all. Alrighty, let's actually get some work done in the last 10 minutes, as always. Procrastination. I love procrastination. Even with friends, I feel like I do work ASAP. Yeah. To be fair, my excuse is that I had work today and we only decided on what we were going to do last night. Yeah. But then I decided to stream because reasons. But anyway, I will try and do it by tonight. Because, okay, to be fair, one of the reasons why I left it so late is because there's actually not a lot of things that we need to do. Because we need to write a 700 word. We just need to write like a 700 word thing. So I'm just like, 700 words is nothing. Like it'll take no time, hopefully. And it's due on Sunday as well. So I'm like, look, we have so much time. Imagine working and being a student. I cannot handle that. So I said, yeah. I mean, I guess the big reason is because, at least in the industry that I chose, I think experience is definitely more important than the grades that you get. Like, I think in the future, I think an employer is going to be more like, oh my god, I would hire this person over this person because, you know, they have experience working in this field, rather than like if you got like 95% average, which is definitely not me. I could never. Maybe 700. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. My previous assignment, I remember I was struggling with it a lot because they gave us a hard word limit of 1,000 or something like that. So I was really struggling to fit everything I needed to write in 1,000 words. Now they're decreasing it even more. So yeah, that's why I guess I'm not too worried, because 700 words isn't a lot, and the assignment isn't too complicated. So hopefully it should be easy. Having a word max is a lot harder than a word min. 100%. 100%, yeah. I find that usually though, in my experience, there aren't a lot of like places that do, not places, but a lot of, like in my experience, a lot of assignments, we're typically not given word minimums, we're always given word maximums, because they know if they don't give us a word maximum, we're just going to write 5 pages. So, and like I understand, because I would definitely write 5 pages. I'm that type of bird, but yes. Na na na, na na na. I try limit 4 pages excluding, yeah. 100%, because like references don't count. References definitely don't count as part of the word limit. Otherwise that would be terrible, because then the reference page would just be 700 pages by itself. So yeah. Okay, let me try and find some resources. Oh my god, Tetris. I want to play Tetris. No, don't get distracted. Oh, hi Sieg. Hello. Are you a college girl? I mean, I am in tertiary education, so... Did someone say Tetris? I have a Tetris saved on one of my bookmarks bars. Like in one of my folders, and I opened that folder and I was like, oh, I want to play Tetris. I want to play Tetris. I want to play Tetris with you guys. One day I want to do a Tetris stream where we can I sometimes sneak a game of Tetris. Oh my god, same. My friends and I used to make Tetris little mini games where we'd verse each other in Tetris during lectures. It was so fun. If it's okay to ask how to debut, to be honest, I'm not really sure myself, because I didn't really have a formal debut. I mean, I kind of did, but like not really. I just kind of was like, I'm streaming, hi. And so I'm probably not the best bird to ask how to debut for like VTubing and stuff. I'm streaming, come join. We have Marmite. Marmite? Excuse me, a Marmite? Ew. In this household, we only know Vegemite. Yeah. Because when I first started streaming, like, I was a nobody, you know? I still am pretty much a nobody, like in the grand scheme of things, but anyway, I was just kind of like, you know, I'm just going to start streaming, and then it would just be like a soft debut, and then that's kind of how it went. I don't think you really need a hard debut. Pretty nervous of it. That's okay, like, I think in the end, we just kind of need to know that streaming is, like, I guess, unless streaming is like a full-time job, like, you know, you gotta know that streaming is just something for fun, and, yeah, just have fun with it, basically. Don't worry too much about, like, numbers and stuff. Just, you know, do things because you like doing it. Yeah, right, no one will see me. I mean, I think that's why people would usually like to like start streaming before they debut, because then they have some sort of like a audience space that they can debut towards, and then there's people at their debut. But I think it's very normal. I mean, I have been very lucky in that I think that one of the reasons was because I was pretty active on Twitter when I first started streaming. So I had like some people who were like, oh, you know, this is interesting. So like, even in my first stream, I had like a couple of people who came to my stream, right? So yeah, I think definitely social media can help. But for now, for me, like, social media is very tiring. Especially because I have a lot of other things to manage at the moment. So right now, I'm just focusing one thing at a time. Right now, my goal is just to be consistent with streaming. And then, you know, when I got the hang of that, and I've got the hang of streaming, with like managing all of my other life stuff, I'll move on to like using social media stuff or whatever. So I'm trying to take things slow, because I think If you try and do everything at one time, you're going to get burnt out, and then you're just going to stop. So if you want to do consistency, one thing at a time. And you spread myself on Twitter, yes. I think that is a good way. Not that I'm very active on Twitter as well, but I'm pretty much not active on Twitter anymore. But I think the VTuber community definitely is very big on Twitter. But it is also quite hard to network on Twitter, I think. Alright, 6:30. I hope you don't have anything tomorrow or today, Draco. If you have anything today, Draco, well, I pray for you. And I hope you will be okay. Why? Like, why are VTubers on Twitter? I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. But it just is. Other than doing my gaming daily, okay, then it's all chill. It's so chill. It's so chill. I was actually thinking of watching some Valorant tonight because the Valorant VCT is on tonight. And one of my favorite teams is playing at 1 AM for me. EMEA be like that. All the EMEA teams all play at like 1 AM or like 4 AM for me. Hey, there's responsibilities. Responsibility. I don't have work tomorrow anyway, so... I don't have work tomorrow anyway. It's okay. It's chill. I am absolutely fine. Well, I probably won't because I get very I get very impatient during like tech pauses and stuff. I get super impatient during tech pauses. I'm like, can you hurry up? But like if I watch a VOD, then I can just skip past all the tech pauses. That's why. Responsibilities? Yeah, what are responsibilities? What's that? Although I will say that I do take responsibilities very seriously. Yeah, it's very important to take responsibility for things. And I think that's also a sign of like maturity as well. Being able to take responsibility for your actions and what you did and what you didn't do. And honestly, I think it's really hard to do that. It is very hard to take responsibility sometimes. Especially when it's something that like you did and it didn't end up working. But you know, you just gotta learn to live with that and take responsibility for it, of course. But in the moment, now I'm just kind of like, what responsibilities? I know nothing. I don't know anything. But yes, anyway, speaking of responsibilities, I'm going to end stream here. Because I am going to try get some work now. I must conk out now. Oh well, I was planning on ending stream anyway. Because I would like to do some work before tomorrow. At least start on it, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow morning. But yes. I don't know if the next time I will stream will be Monday or whatever, but I will hopefully see you guys next stream. Thank you for joining me on this kinda last minute-ish stream that was kinda out of the ordinary time. I appreciate all of you being here. I love you guys all. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.